Aloha everyone, Z808 here, and I have some exciting news for you. The Summit der Langrisser Season Special is now open for registration. It is a community-based tournament that is organized by the players, and it is a great way to meet new people, make new friends, and learn new strategies. In order to make it so players from around the world can play with each other, you can choose what time zone you want to be in for the initial round robin stage. The different time zones are North America, Asia, and Europe. And since I live in Hawaii, it is part of the United States. My time zone is really weird being in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In addition, due to my family situation, I'll be joining the Asia time zone so I can coordinate games with my bracket after they go to bed. There are a few rules, so let's take a look at them together on the registration page. So here we are. At the group stage, which is the round robin, players will be divided into multiple groups, and the regions are North America, Europe, and Asia, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. And as you play with each other, you actually only play 2 games with each opponent for points. Now, if you win, you get 3 points. If you tie, which is 1 versus 1 win, 1 lose, you only get 1 point, and if you lose, you get 0 points. And typically, the player with the most points, sometimes more than 1 player, will move on to stage 2. And this really depends on how many players register. So the more players register, the better chances are that you get 2 out of the the entire bracket that will be able to move on. And I believe I did participate in this tournament 2 seasons ago when I had more time, and I think the top 2 players within the bracket did advance to the next stage. I did not at that time because I was still learning, and it was I had some really strong players back then, but it was a great learning experience for myself, and totally love it. Love it. Okay, moving on. So once you get to the final stage, there's a single elimination. It is best of 3, so 2 out of 3 wins will be the result, and the last game will be the best of 5. The most important part with this specific tournament is that these rules you see in front of you. They state you must play your account that you register with. No subbing or teamwork allowed. So, to be fair, I know in the normal playoffs within the Apex arena, there are a lot of players who playing for other players. No, we ask you to be completely transparent, play your own account. If you don't have an account, then maybe you can start making one. You must use Discord to schedule games. So you must have Discord and have an account with Discord so that you can communicate with the other players within your bracket. You schedule the times. For me, it was pretty good. Like I mentioned a little earlier, after family goes to bed, we sort of coordinate what time. You do have more than 1 day, so normally you have 3, I think about a week or so, at least 4 to 5 days to coordinate throughout the week, not just the weekend, with each other to play your games. Super fun. And of course, players can switch units between games during stage 1. You may even switch gears and class. So you can be pretty creative, and if you want to try different strategies, if you win a game or if you lose a game and if you want to try something a little bit different, it is completely up to you. And then, as mentioned earlier, you will be giving at least 2 days to complete your matches, but I recall in the past has always been closer to a week, if anything. However, you do schedule your games with other players, but you are a no-show for some odd reason. The result will result in an automatic concede. You must notify one of the admins, and you may be given an extended time to reschedule, as long as it doesn't affect the tournament schedule itself. Of course, any misconduct will result in a ban from the current and future tournaments. Top 8 players will be seeded in the next season. And then here, this is where it gets really exciting. Prizes. So there is first, second, third, fourth place, and then up to the 8th places. So there is actually real money, like real money, not in-game money, that you can win, and these are great. But of course, in order to get the real money, we do ask. There are a lot of different people who donate as well as help generate money for this specific tournament. And it's great because it does take a lot of effort from the organizers to make this possible. So I'll always appreciate those. Now, as far as for the registration itself, there is a deadline, which is at 6 p.m. at on May 28th, which is a Friday, which is next week Friday, if that is correct. It says 6 p.m. Looks like it's Eastern time zone, US time zone. Yeah, so if you are looking for some challenges, even if you are a bronze or silver player or even gold player, we still encourage you to participate. It helps to play against other players, because in the first stage you actually play with every single player at least 2 games. So it's a great way to learn. Even if you lose, you can learn something from it, learn some new strategies, and if you win, then that's even more power. That's power to you. So here, this is the actual registration itself. You put in your in-game name. You can choose your regent. You can, as you can see, it asks you what rank you are. It will not be segregated by what rank you are, but we definitely want to get a better. The organizers want to get a better idea of what sort of players are registering. And then of course you pick your server, and most importantly you do need a Discord account. And then here's quite interesting. It says you can have the choice, right? So I'm here to, you can win. You can say you want to go to bully or get bullied. You're here to practice, you're here to lose, and then if you have other reasons, whatever it is, hey, it's good. It's always good to play more games. That's really it. I will put in the registration page link in the description below. But as I mentioned earlier, I have already submitted mine, and if you haven't, highly recommend joining just to have some fun with other players within the Langrisser community. And if you are in the Asia, if you're in the Asia bracket region, excuse me, then maybe we get to play at least 2 games together. Looking forward to facing you in Apex Arena. Anyways, hope to see you very, very soon. Take care and aloha.